What was I going to say? Introduction to this video. Charging fault. Started. I'll probably repeat myself a couple of times during the series of videos. But the other night, I think I should start again. Cut. Take 2. Right, charging fault. I'm halfway through the job. In fact, I'm just putting it back together now. Went out the other night, fancying a run to Whitby. Anyway, as I set off, the weather turned and it came dark. Anyway, I was riding down the road, went to turn my lights on, engine cut out. Lights off, engine ran. Decided to run straight home. Anyway, I did put a battery test across it and it wasn't charging. And so this series of videos is finding out what it was. So I'll just stick this on the end of the video to be the introduction. So yeah, so here we go. Ugh. Right, I'm going to set my meter. Well, the nearest I've got here is 20 DC volts. It's got a reading of 0.01. Right, now the battery, I don't know what you can see under there. I'm going to use the probes with the meter on 20 DC volts, the meter across there, right. And we have a reading of 1255 to 54. Right, can I see? Right, now if I don't knock the camera, when I fire it up or move everything, you should see what happens. The wires will probably fall off the battery. Ignition. That's the probes on. It's dropped down to 1191. As we see, I hope, it wasn't much off 12. I would have expected 13 or 14 volts there. Right. 20 DC volts, just another quick check. (1236, 1237). It's not a good reading out the battery anyway. Right, as the adder reading, I don't suspect the podtronics, I suspect the alternator. So So a couple of tests I'm going to do on that. Right, I've already pared these back. Probably have to nip that off anyway. Could be something as daft as a wire. So I'll disconnect these in the middle of that. That's where I sold them before. I'm going to use a chocolate block if I can get it on. Just need a bit of grip for now. I'll probably end up joining them like this with a block. That one's better. That one went straight in. And because they're soldered, it's quite a good join. Good mechanical join. That was crap. I'll have to get some pliers, I think, to my bike worn like this. Now with the meter, hopefully we can see it. Hang on. I'm going to put it onto AC volts. The lowest on this is 200. And I'm going to shove the probes into here. And see what we get with AC volts when I start it up. Oh, you know what I've done up there. Right, hopefully we can see that. It's got a default, it's not calibrated very well, it should read 0. Shift that light. Now, shift that light. Just put my choke on this time. My bike will hate this starting without a run. Right, see what I get out of there. AC voltage. I bet it falls off. Oh shit. Hmm, 16 volts. Another test. Put it on ohms. I'll use 200 for some reason. Let's see that. So we don't knock it off. Right, I'm going to go in one of the wires. Touch the casing.
it should not be a another one. So there's no like internal shorts on the windings. It's kicking out 16 volts. I would have thought it might have been a bit higher than that. Luckily, I've got my old Zenas. Well, there's a way of checking these with a 9-volt battery. Oh. Now my junctions, that one's knackered. Oh, as a diode, it lets electricity go through one way, and the way it works voltage to regulate the elec is by dumping the excess electricity down to earth, which is why it goes on a heatsink. So if it only lets elec one way, get a reading 491. Swap them over, no reading at all. So that is a good diode. This one it shows a reading that way, and a reading that way. Knackered. So I've got a Zen. Let's see if I've got an old rectifier. This is a PS. When I tested the diode, I had this set on the diode symbol, but it would work on the ohm symbol as well. Right, not happy with that alternator reading, so I've joined these my probes to the 2 alternator wires again. I'm just gonna right, after about 10 years that you watch out the bloody, we'll see what happens to the camera. Right, choke on. Oh, unstable, hang on. Right, let's see if that'll go. Right, 3000 RPM, usually find alternator. After 3000ish, all it does is change frequency rather than voltage. If it starts, come on. It's because I've started it a few times and haven't rid it. Oh, hang on. Probably have to clean the plugs. That's nothing. I think it's the alternator. Well, that's a few tests on the electrical side. I'm very disappointed. I put the alternator and the podtronic units on in 2012, according to when I uploaded the video. Seeing that I am getting a reading up here, although small, put the lights on, the 12 volts I'm getting up here, which should be 14 as far as I'm concerned, just drops right off. Alternator. I wondered if the magnets come off the centre. Don't know. Looks like I'll have to go into the primary chain case and have a look. I've got a couple of old stators, Lucas ones, 40-year-old, probably go. Right. We'll see. Right, I'm going to go for the alternator. I don't know where the last bit of video finished off, so anyway. Right. Right, and I'll take the plug out the top as well. I'm just using an old clutch centre boss. They're just the right radius. If I don't get my fingers stuck, one of the first checks I can do, I put my finger in here, go back to the wires and feel if the chain, primary chain's caught them. That feels alright. So I don't think it's the wires into it. Right, anyway, I've got the screws. When I polish this, it's virtually flush and there's nothing to grab. So I think these are just a couple of metric bolts I made. Thing is, they only go in about 2 threads. Oh, that's come off alright. That if it was stuck on, I can just screw them in and use them as a little puller. Right. One side, right. Now, see if I can get you closer. Right. See the rotor? Looks reasonable. Doesn't look like it's spun. Can't turn it with my fingernails. Right, about, I want an 1/8 thou feeler gauge. Let's find it. And the first thing I'm going to check is the gap. I don't know whether, can we see where I'm putting that? In between the rotor and the stator. And I'm just going to go all the way around. A little bit tight there, it's probably about 7 there. tight there as well. Just try a 7 at them tight spots. Yeah, so it's about the tightest, it's about 7. There as well. Yeah, so the minimum 7. Anyway, it doesn't look like the rotor's rubbing on the stator. So I'm just going to have to have a look in. Might be looking at a crack in the stator up here. And if it is, that's not a good advert for Wassel alternators, is it? Right, let's go in and have a look.